Good morning. Namaste. This is reset week for some of you, and it is Vata pacification week for all of us. So I'm not going to say too much about it. I'll let the practice speak for itself, and at the end maybe I'll say why I'm giving this practice. You will quite likely want an extra folded blanket. We'll be using the blanket down on the floor, so have an extra folded blanket other than the one that you want to put over you for warmth. And we're going to begin by lying down on the back with the knees bent so that the soles of the feet are touching the floor. And I'd like you to take a moment to get settled here. I'm going to spread the shoulder blades out and have the arms wider than the mat, hands with the palms turned up, not too high, not shoulder height, but maybe halfway between the hips and the shoulders. Making sure that your neck and shoulders are comfortable. If you like, you can place that folded blanket behind your head now. And as you get settled, relax the legs as much as possible in this position. We're going to take a moment to let the breath move freely, to allow the body to drop down into the pull of gravity. Feel the floor underneath you. Let the muscles relax into that support. Be aware of the feeling of the floor underneath your feet. Soften as much as possible in the front and inner thighs. Feel your sacrum dropping down into the floor and imagine it melting out to the sides. Soften the belly. Feel the natural flow of the breath. Observe your shoulder blades. Let them rest flat and broad against the floor. Relax the shoulders, the arms, the hands. Soften in the neck and the jaw. Relax at the temples. Soften the space between the eyebrows and imagine the eyebrows melting off to each side of the face. Relax the very top of the head. And feel the back of the head dropping down into the mat or your pillow or towel. Those of you taking the reset, this is the practice that I'm suggesting that you do every evening. Those of you not taking the reset, I also suggest that you do this practice every evening. Close the lips and begin a gentle Ujjayi breath. The inhale be light. And then start your exhale by engaging the pelvic floor and hugging the belly, relaxing the shoulders. So the inhale, will be light. You can use ujjayi, but keep it easy, soft. Begin the exhale by engaging the pelvic floor and hugging the belly and relaxing the shoulders. With the next exhale, we're going to bring the right knee towards the breastbone and support that bended knee with your folded hands. And then on the inhale, slide your left leg away so it's straight out on the floor. And exhale, feel that hug of the right knee towards the breastbone. And stay and let the breath breathe. You'll notice small movement, small change in the stretch of that knee towards the chest just by following the breath. You're going to take 4 breaths here. Very small, slow movement, just allowing the leg to follow the breath. Notice your shoulders, keep them soft and relaxed. And let's exhale and bend the left knee so the foot's on the floor. And inhale, bring the right foot down. Exhale, bring the left knee into the chest, support it with both hands, pull towards the breastbone. And inhale, straighten the right leg out along the floor. And take 4 slow breaths. Very small, subtle movement of the bended knee, just reflecting the breath. Let the shoulders continue to drop towards the floor and relax. Feel how much of your body is touching the floor. Then on an exhale, we're going to bring the right knee, this time all the way into the chest so that both knees are into the chest. And with the inhale, bring the arms out to the sides, lower than shoulder height with the palms turned up. And we're going to a twist. Exhale, both knees traveling slowly over to the left. You may place your left hand on your right leg if you like. Relax the right shoulder. And we'll take 6 breaths in the twist. Just keep the right arm below shoulder height today. Keep your attention down in the hip, the belly, the lower back, rather than in the shoulder. Slow breath. Start the exhale at the base of the spine, hug the belly, and relax the right shoulder each time. Keep the inhale gentle. Exhale from the base of the spine, hug the belly, relax the shoulder. Six breaths total on your own. I know you're all breathing at different rates, so do 6 breaths of your length. When you finish the 6 breaths. We're going to inhale the knees to the center, but please finish your 6 breaths if you're still in the midst of them. When you're ready, it's an inhale that will bring both knees into the chest. And we'll pause for a moment, relaxing with the knees folded into the chest, the arms relaxed out to the sides. Wide, but not too high. No higher than shoulder height, please. Now prepare to go into the twist on the other side. We use an exhale to bring both knees over to the right side. If you like, you can place the right hand on that left knee. And please stay for 6 breath cycles. Relax the left shoulder. Don't have that arm any higher than the shoulder joint. Every exhale begins at the base of the spine. The belly hugs in. The left shoulder relaxes. The inhale is ujjayi, but light. Nice long, complete exhale. Don't strain, but make sure you're not rushing through that exhale. Notice the effect in the hip, the back, the belly. Again, 6 breaths at your own pace. So please finish up 6. When you've had those 6 breaths, you're going to inhale your knees back into the center. And we'll pause for a moment with the knees folded into the chest. You may keep the arms relaxed wide, or if it's easier, you can support the legs with your hands. Let the breath relax. Relax your feet, separate them if they're touching. And feel the back of the body dropping into the floor. Continue to relax the breath and place one foot down and then the other. And take a moment here, feeling the bottom of the feet, the back of the pelvis, the shoulder blades, the arms down to the hands, back of the head. And continue to allow the breath to breathe its own pace. Extend both legs straight out. Have your feet about as wide as your mat. And once again, give yourself into the pull of gravity, releasing tension from the body, allowing the breath to breathe at its own pace, softening, releasing, relaxing. Now we're going to turn slowly all the way on to the belly. Rest on your stomach with your arms fully extended in front of you. Or if that doesn't work, place your hands underneath your forehead. Feel the front of the body. Allow the front of the body to relax down into gravity's pull the same way the back of the body did before. If your feet cramp or there's any strain in your lower back, you could place a blanket underneath your ankles. Check in with the front thighs, soften there. Relax the buttocks. Feel your forearms, feel the elbow and the palms touching the floor. Notice the forehead resting either on the mat or on your stacked hands. Relax completely. Now we're going to begin some small thoracic extension, a really small cobra. Maintaining the release in the legs and the buttocks and keeping the forearms and hands on the floor. With your inhale, float your chest and head just a little bit up off of the mat. Keep the elbows and hands down, relax the legs. Keep your chin tilted down and we'll stay and inhale slowly. Drawing the breastbone gently forward, the shoulders towards the back pockets. And then we'll slowly lower back down with an exhale. And again, lift on the inhale, draw the breastbone gently forward without tilting the chin. Keep the buttocks and legs relaxed as you exhale and hug the belly in, gently drawing the shoulders down the back. And stay with the inhale, opening the chest slightly. And then releasing back down, keeping the lower body soft. Relax the neck and shoulders. We're doing this twice more. Inhale, float the chest and head up off of the mat. Gently draw the shoulders down the back. Keep your chin tilted down. Stay and exhale, hugging the belly in towards the spine. Relax the legs and the buttocks. Stay and inhale. Put the breath into the breastbone and soften. And with the exhale, lower the forehead back down onto the floor. One more repetition. Inhale, float the chest and draw the shoulders gently away from the ears. Keep the legs and buttocks relaxed as you exhale. Gentle inhale. And then exhale the forehead back down to the floor. And soften there. Once again, feel the body as it touches the floor, the front of the feet, the knees, the front thighs and the pelvis, and relax the legs. Relaxing the torso, allowing the breath to breathe itself. Soften the shoulders. Feel the forehead touching the mat or your hands. Feel your hands and forearms down on the mat. And then we're going to move up onto all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So we feel the tops of the feet on the floor, the shins, the knees, and the hands. Aphanasana. Inhale lightly into the chest. Exhale, engage the pelvic floor. Pull the belly in, let your hips move back towards your heels. Elbows are softening, forehead's dropping towards the floor. We're going to stay back here for one slow breath in and out. Relax the shoulders even more with this exhale. Hug the belly in. And inhale, rise up onto all fours. Gently open the chest. Exhale from the base of the spine. Pull the belly in. Move your hips back to your heels with your elbows soft. Forehead moving towards the floor. And we'll stay here again. Inhale lightly. Exhale from the pelvic floor. Pull the navel in. Relax the shoulders. And rise up again on the inhale. Exhale from the base of the spine. Hug the belly, relax the shoulders, move back. Once again, stay for a breath. And last time, we'll inhale, lifting up to all fours, gently opening the chest. Exhale from the base of the spine and bring the hips back to the heels, neck and shoulders relaxed, elbows on the floor, and stay once again in the child's pose. And now we're going to slowly lift up until we're sitting on the feet. You may like to use your blanket here. I'd like you to try tucking your toes under and sitting on your heels. Or if that's too intense, you can take the blanket and sit on the blanket. We're stretching out the feet. You can relax the breath. For some of you, this is going to be really intense. So just try to soften into the intensity. Relax the shoulders, no tension around the neck and the face. Feel the contact of the toes and the knees with the floor. Let the upper body be relaxed and light. Now we're going to release out of this stretch and come up into a standing position. So you can bend yourself forward a little bit. Use your fingertips to push yourself up, and then just let your hands travel up the backs of the legs slowly to come fully up into Samasthiti. Take a moment to adjust to this upright position. Maintaining your sense of the stability of the floor beneath your feet. Feel the strength of the legs. Feel the way the pelvis draws that those two pillars of support into the one base of the spine. And then notice how the body becomes lighter as you move up the spine. The vertebrae are smaller, the bones are smaller in the upper body. Let the upper body be light. We'll maintain our sense of connection with the floor as we go into a forward bend. I'm going to have the hands on the legs. We'll begin with the light ujjayi, inhaling into the lightness of the chest. Then exhale, we'll slide the hands down the legs. Let the hands rest on the backs of the legs or the feet. And we're going to stay here. Inhale lightly. Stay and exhale. Feel the heaviness of the skull and let that drop the upper body a little bit more towards the floor. Relax in the neck and shoulders. And then with the inhale, drag the fingertips up the backs of the legs to come upright. And then we'll slide down again. Begin your exhale at the base of the spine. Slide the hands down the legs. Keep the legs comfortably straight. Release into gravity and stay for a breath in the forward bend. Easy in the upper body. Every exhale originating at the base of the spine. And then we'll inhale and let the fingertips drag up the legs to come upright. Let's do that twice more. Exhale and slide the hands down the legs. Relax the neck and shoulders. Take advantage of the heaviness of the skull. Stay for a slow breath. Exhale from the base of the spine. Release the neck and shoulders even more with that exhale. And slide the fingertips up the legs, coming upright. Let's go one more time down into the forward bend. Release and stay for a breath. Then you'll use your inhale to slide up again. And relax in Samasthiti. Let the breath move at its own pace. Feel the strength of the lower body, the solidity of the floor beneath your feet. Soften in the upper body. Now we're going to go into a variation of twisted triangle, Parvati Trikonasana. If you know that you can't get your hands down to the floor in this pose, I'd like you to take your folded blanket, you could use a yoga block if you have one, and place it between the legs. And then we'll take a wide stance with the feet parallel to each other. So if you can't touch the floor with your legs straight when you move over into the twist, instead of going all the way to that foot, you're going to come down to the center and place the reaching hand onto the blanket. So you have contact with something steady. We're also only going to take the arms as high as shoulder height, not all the way up this morning. And then the hand's going to go to the back when we do the twist. So a few different variations this morning. Choose the inhale and float the arms wide, palms up, but only to shoulder height. With the exhale, we're going to reach down with the right hand. It may come to the blanket or to the left foot. The left hand's going to wrap around your back. Keep both legs straight and stay as you inhale. I'd like you to emphasize what's happening in the lower body. Exhale from the base of the spine. And then with the inhale, float up to the top, arms wide. And then let's twist to the right side. So the right hand reaches behind the back, Left hand can go onto the blanket or onto the floor. Keep both legs straight and we'll stay for a breath. Try gently pushing your left hand and your left foot into the floor. And with your inhale, when you come up, push the right foot into the floor, arms wide. Exhale, lower the arms down to the sides. We're going to go 3 more times to each side. Inhale, arms wide, palms up. Twisting to the left foot, right hand goes to the left foot or the blanket. Left hand wraps behind the back. Keep both legs straight and we'll stay for a breath. And try pushing your right hand and your right foot into the floor. Exhaling from the base of the spine. As you rise up, push the left foot into the floor, arms wide, palms up, and twist over to the right side. Right hand wraps behind the back, both legs straight. Inhale lightly, pressing the left hand and the left foot into the floor. Exhale from the base of the spine. And as you rise up, push the right foot into the floor, arms wide. And exhale, arms down. Again. Inhale, float the arms up to shoulder height. No higher, please. Palms are up. And twist to the left side. Hand can come onto the blanket or onto the floor. Left hand behind the back. Stay at inhale. Pressing the right hand and right foot into the floor. Continue that awareness as you exhale from the base of the spine. And push into the left foot as you inhale and come up. And exhale, twist over to the right. Wrap the right hand behind the back. Emphasize the lower body. Keep the legs straight. Press into the left hand and the left foot. Exhale from the base of the spine. And then push into the right foot as you come up. And lower the arms down with the exhale. 1 more repetition. Inhale, float the arms wide. And exhale, twist over to the left side. Stay for a breath, please, connecting through the right hand and right foot. And push off with the left foot as you come to the top. Twist over to the right side. Stay for a breath here. Legs straight. Emphasize the twist around the pelvis. Feel the connection of the left hand and left foot to the floor. And when you come up, push off of the right foot on your inhale. And exhale, arms lower down to the sides. We're going to pause for a moment. Bring the legs back together in Samasthiti. Connect down through the feet. Feel the ball of the big toe, the ball of the little toe, the middle of the heel. All 3 of those points equally weighted into the floor. And then we'll bring the legs wide again, and we're going to go into a forward bend here. You can use that blanket again if you like, if you don't touch the floor with your hands as you go into the forward bend, or we'll keep the hands on the legs. So we're going to take a light inhale, and then with the exhale, slide the hands down the legs. You may leave your hands in contact with the legs or bring them to the floor if they touch, or that blanket. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Let's stay for 6 whole breaths. Every exhale is originating at the base of the spine, traveling along the spine, relaxing the neck and shoulders so you feel the crown of the head really dropping towards the floor.
Notice your feet as well, that you haven't rolled on the foot, that you want to stay even across the ball of the foot and in the middle of the heel. If you feel very tense in the head, you can slowly move it, or tense in the neck, you can slowly move the head, but keep that movement very small and subtle if you do that. When you've had your 6 breaths, we're going to use the hands on the legs again to come up. So you bring the hands to the backs of the legs. And with a light inhale, slide the hands up the legs, come up slowly. Pause for a moment. And then we'll step the feet back together, standing at the back of the mat. Reestablish your samastiti. We'll take 4 repetitions of Ardha Utkatasana. We're not going to stay down for a breath, but we will take a nice pause after that exhale. So there'll be a moment of being still with the breath out when we're in that half squat. With inhale, we'll float the arms forward and up. Stay easy in the shoulders. You can bend the elbows if you like. Exhale, we'll bend the knees and fold down. Hands should come to the floor or to the legs somewhere. Relax the neck and pause. And then float back up to the top. And exhale, bring the arms slowly down the front. Moving in slow motion, as slow as your breath will allow. 3 more times. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale from the base of the spine and bend the knees as you fold down. Hold the breath out for a moment and then float to the top. Stay strong in the legs as you lift and bring the arms down the front very slowly as your exhale will allow. Twice more. Inhale, arms float up. And bend the knees, fold down. Pause with the breath out. And rise to the top. Stay strong in the legs. Slowly the arms come down the front. One more time. Try this on your own. Remember to pause after that exhale. In the samastiti, awareness of the feet, the floor beneath the feet, Awareness of the legs. The pelvis. Let the belly be soft as the breath breathes itself here. And release in the upper body. We're going to come down onto the back. And we'll return first to that position on the back with the knees bent. The feet on the floor, the arms comfortably wide. Feeling all of the points where the floor is supporting you. Relaxing into that support. We're going to move into Dvipadapitam. For today, we're going to leave the arms in this relaxed, wide position, not bringing them up overhead, just settling the shoulders. For this pose, no support behind the head. Let the back of the head be resting on the mat with the neck as long as possible, chin drawn down towards the notch of the neck, shoulders relaxed. Then bring the awareness back down to the soles of the feet. Be sure you have that even distribution of weight under the feet now, and maintain that. Each of those 3 points will maintain its contact as we go up into the pelvic lift. We'll keep the arms as they are. And we're going to start by exhaling and just flattening the lower back down towards the mat. Then we inhale and raise the hips up, staying even across the feet. We're going to stay here with the exhale, keeping that awareness of evenness in the feet, engaging the belly, engage the buttocks, the back of the thighs. Stay and take an easy inhale. And then exhale, lower yourself down, but just come to the point where your back is flat, the lower back pressed into the floor. And then on the inhale, we'll release the tailbone and soften around the pelvic girdle completely. Relaxing the shoulders. We're going to do that 3 more times. So we begin by exhaling and tilting the pelvis to the lower back is flat down into the mat. Then inhale and raise the hips. Keep that sense of evenness under the feet as the hips lift up. Feel all of the work, the strong muscles of the legs, the buttocks. And we'll stay and exhale, trying to stay even on the feet, the knees staying in line, not going wide. Inhaling, and then we'll exhale and come down just to the point where the back is flat, pulling the belly towards the spine. And then with the inhale, release and completely softening around the pelvic girdle and the buttocks and the legs, the belly. Twice more. Exhale, begin by tilting the pelvis. Remember, you're breathing from the base of the spine, engage the pelvic floor. And then inhale, raise the hips up. Stay here and exhale. Use those legs. Stay even on the feet. Don't let the knees go wide. Stay and inhale lightly. And come down to the point where the back is flat. You're drawing your navel in towards your spine. And then with the inhale, you release completely. Soften around the pelvic girdle. One more time. With exhale, tilt the pelvis to flatten the lower back. With the inhale, raise the hips up off of the floor. Strong and steady in the legs, use the buttocks. Stay while you exhale. And stay while you inhale. Then we exhale and roll down just to the point where the back is flat. And with the inhale, release the tailbone down and relax around the pelvic girdle. And then release completely. No unnecessary effort. Pranayama, allowing yourself to relax. Takes a little tiny bit of effort, steadiness to hold the legs like this. Release as much as you can. And now with an exhale, we're going to bring the right knee into the chest. This time, hold the hands behind the back of the right thigh. And with the inhale, straighten your left leg out along the floor. Exhale, hug the right thigh in towards the belly. And then we're going to inhale and stretch the right leg up to the ceiling. Reach your tailbone down as you stretch your foot towards the ceiling. And then with the exhale, bend that knee and pull the right thigh towards the chest again. Relax the shoulders. We'll just do that 3 more times. Inhale, straightening the right leg up, reaching down with the tailbone as you reach up with your foot. Big stretch at the back thigh. Exhale and bend the knee. Your back may flatten a little bit as you hug the knee in towards the chest. And then inhale, reach the tailbone to the floor as you stretch your foot to the ceiling. And bend the knee with the exhale. One more time. Inhale and big stretch up with the right leg. And bend the knee and hug the knee into the chest. Inhale, and bend that left leg. And exhale, lower the right foot to the floor and relax a moment there. Then we'll do the other side. Using an exhale, bring the left knee into the chest, support behind the back of the leg. Drop your shoulders down. Inhale and straighten the right leg out along the floor. Then stay and exhale and hug that left knee gently in. And inhale, extend the left leg up, reaching down with the tailbone and up with the left foot. Then exhale, bend the knee again. Pull the thigh towards the belly, the knee towards the breastbone. And inhale, reach up with the left foot. And bend the knee. Hug the knee with the exhale. Twice more. Inhale, stretch up. Reach your tailbone down. And bend the knee with the exhale. Soften the shoulders. Once again, inhale, stretch up. And exhale, bend the knee. Inhale and bring the right foot back down onto the floor. And exhale, lower the left foot and relax a moment there. And now we'll extend both legs straight out. Bring the legs fairly close together and your arms down to your sides so your palms are touching the outside of your legs. Feel the back of the body against the floor. There's a lot of the back of the body touching the floor. We're going to begin by inhaling the arms straight up towards the ceiling and exhaling, dropping your arm bones down into the shoulder sockets. So your fingers are up towards the ceiling, but your arm bones are really dropped down. Then inhale, walk your left foot a little bit to the left. And exhale, keeping the whole back of the body on the floor, take your right ankle and cross it over the left. Inhale and reach your arms behind you and interlace your hands. And we're going to stay 6 breaths here, keeping the back of the body against the floor. So the back of the pelvis is steady against the floor, the back of the shoulders. 6 slow breaths. Emphasizing the stretch in the outer right thigh and hip. Keep the right side of the pelvis down on the floor. Exhale starts at the base of the spine, hugs the belly, and relax the shoulders. Same formula each time. Inhale light. When you've had your 6 breaths, we'll inhale and float the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Again, being aware of the bone dropping into the socket. And stay there with the exhale. Let the arms settle down into the sockets. And then leave your left foot where it is. Inhale, bring the right leg out about as wide as the mat. And then exhale, bring the arms down to the sides. Turn the palms up. Relax the shoulders. Take a moment here and let the body settle down into the back of the mat. And then we'll bring the legs close together, the arms to the sides so the palms are touching the outer thighs. We'll inhale the arms straight up towards the ceiling. And keep them there with the exhale, letting the shoulders sink down, the arm bones drop into the shoulder joints. With the inhale, move the right foot about as wide as your mat. You want to keep the back of the body on the floor. And then with the exhale, we're going to cross the left ankle over the right. Make sure the back of the pelvis is still down on the floor. Next exhale, we reach the arms back towards the wall behind you. Interlace the hands. And we'll begin 6 breaths here. Balancing the back of the body against the floor. Make sure your left hip is down. Starting the exhale at the pelvic floor, hugging the belly, relaxing the shoulders each time. Feeling the stretch in the left hip, buttock, lower side of the waist, outer thigh. Relax the right leg as much as you can. After the 6 breaths, use an inhale to bring the arms up to vertical. And exhale to relax the shoulders with the arms up towards the ceiling. And inhale to uncross the left foot. Exhale, lower the arms down to the sides. And relax for a moment there. Feeling the floor against so much of the back of the body. And slowly bring the legs and arms a little closer to the center line, and then bend both knees into the chest. Placing one hand over the top of each knee, relaxing the shoulders, separating the feet a little and relaxing them. Soften the face. 6 repetitions of Aphanasana. Using the exhale to hug the thighs in close to the belly. Drop the shoulders even more towards the floor. And inhale with the knees. Move just a little away from the chest. And follow what's happening in the pelvis. As you exhale and hug the knees, the sacrum comes down, the lower back flattens. And as you rock the knees away, travel down through the sacrum to the tailbone. Hug the knees with exhale. Soften the hug with inhale. Keep the feet relaxed, the face relaxed. Do 3 more repetitions on your own. When you're done, we'll bring the feet to the floor. Keep the knees bent for a moment. Keep the hands wide in the mat. Turn them up and spread the shoulder blades. Close the eyes, relax the breath. Let the body relax into the flow of gravity. Release all unnecessary effort. As you're ready, we'll move into final relaxation with the legs fully extended. I invite you to try using your folded blanket on the belly as you rest in Shavasana. So that'll give you a little extra weight and feeling of security. If the Vata is really activated, this is a nice solution. So take your Shavasana, place a pillow or your folded blanket on the abdomen as you take your rest. Feeling as you begin to relax the back of the body, again, releasing into the floor. Being aware of the touch of the backs of the feet against the floor. Softening to the ankles and legs. Relaxing around the knees. Open the thighs. And release in the pelvic girdle. Feel the back of the sacrum. Imagine the sacrum spreading out. Soften in the hips. Relax in the belly. Releasing all of the muscles along the spine. Feel those shoulder blades. Take a moment to spread them a little bit wider if you like. Soften the shoulders. Relax the arms. Turn the palms so they're facing the ceiling and soften the fingers. Relax in the pit of the throat. And up the length of the neck. Relaxing in the jaw and the temples. Feel the back of the head against the floor. Relax the muscles of the face. Soften the scalp, the top of the head. Breath breathing itself. Awareness resting on that breath and the relaxed body. Give yourself a few minutes here to be still. Only movement is the breath. Stilling the body, stilling the mind.
Feel the body touching the floor, the body relaxing into that support. Very slowly begin to move out of the relaxation. Slowly do a stretch if you like, coming up into a comfortable seat for pranayama. Little disturbance as possible as you make this transition. Bring yourself to a position where you're supported on a cushion or at the edge of a chair. Finding a steady and comfortable seat. I'm going to guide you through a pranayama. We're going to use some light ujjayi and some mental alternate nostril breathing. It's not quite a pratiloma ujjayi, so please just follow the instructions. We're going to sit still throughout, so we're not actually going to valve at the nose, but we will direct our attention alternately from the central channel to one nostril at a time. So we want to begin feeling that comfortable, steady seat. And using a light ujjayi, breathe down the central channel. So you're breathing downwards from the nostril towards the base of the spine. We're going to exhale from the base of the spine. Feel the breath move back up. And then bring the attention to the left nostril and have awareness on the left nostril as you breathe in. And keep the awareness on the left nostril as you breathe out. And then again, down the central channel. Inhaling down the spine to the base of the spine, the sit bones, the tailbone. Exhale, gather the pelvic floor and breathe up the central channel. Relax the shoulders. Bring the attention to the right nostril. Awareness of the right nostril as you inhale. And keep it there as you exhale. Awareness on the right nostril. Back to the central channel. Inhaling. Feel the breath in the nostrils and imagine it moving all the way down the spine. Exhale from the base of the spine, breathe up. Soften the belly. Engage the belly, soften the shoulders, soften the face. And move the attention to the left nostril. Inhale, awareness of the left side. Exhale, awareness through the left nostril. Inhale down the central channel again. Feeling the support of the seat. And exhale, breathe up from the base of the spine, softening the shoulders. Awareness to the right nostril. Inhale. And exhale, awareness stays at the right nostril. And inhale down the spine. Exhale, breathe up from the base of the spine. Soften the shoulders. Awareness at the left nostril. And bring the attention back to the central channel. Inhaling down the spine. And exhaling, gathering the pelvic floor and breathing up the spine. And move the awareness to the right nostril. And then we're going to finish with attention down the central channel. Inhale, following the breath all the way down the spine to the sit bones, the tailbone. Exhale, gathering the pelvic floor and breathing up the spine, softening the shoulders. And then relax the flow of the breath. Let it breathe on its own. Reestablish your attention at the sit bones. Feel that steadiness at the base of the body. Relax the upper body. Breath is moving at its own pace. Take a moment here to be quiet and still.
Vata has many qualities. They include mobility. Vata is also light, as in not heavy. So to pacify Vata, when we start to feel like we're moving too much, the mind is moving too much, there may be anxiety or insomnia, feeling the structure of the body, the weight of the body, and letting it have the stability of the floor can really help. Vata also has qualities of dryness and coolness. So please stay warm and hydrate during this increasingly cool and dry season. Really nice thing to do is just heat some hot water and sip it throughout the day. You don't have to have tea, but to have warm water. Keep yourself hydrated, keep yourself warm. Take some time to be still. And I do encourage you to rest on the floor in that way with the knees bent, the soles of the feet on the floor, to really get the support of the floor. It's a great way to release tension. If you need a break in the middle of the day, that's a great thing to do also. Just let yourself settle and be still for a couple minutes. It can be really refreshing and stabilizing. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Hope you're all well. And those of you taking the reset, we'll see you this evening at 7. Take good care, everybody. Thanks.